FIFA will confirm the hosts of the 2030 and 2034 World Cups on Wednesday, with a joint bid led by Morocco, Spain and Portugal set to be awarded the former, and the latter being handed to Saudi Arabia. The awarding of hosting rights for both tournaments will go to a vote during a FIFA Congress to be held virtually. But there is no doubt about the outcomes, with neither bid having a rival. The 2030 tournament will mark a century since the first World Cup was held in Uruguay, and as a result the bid will also see the South American nation handed a game along with Argentina and Paraguay. That makes it a remarkable and completely unprecedented bid, involving 3 different continental confederations. FIFA already confirmed over a year ago that the joint proposal led by Morocco, Spain and Portugal was the sole contender for 2030, with all other potential candidacies having fallen by the wayside. A joint British and Irish bid was abandoned when they decided to focus on hosting Euro 2028. While there were suggestions of a bid from South Korea, China, Japan and North Korea, 4 South American countries launched a joint bid in 2019, convinced that the Centenary World Cup should entirely take place on the same continent where it all began. In late 2022, UEFA promoted a bid uniting Spain and Portugal with war-torn Ukraine in a show of solidarity following the Russian invasion. However, Ukraine was quietly dropped from that candidacy last year as Morocco joined forces with the Iberian neighbors, while South America agreed to step aside in exchange for being awarded the hosting of 3 games, 1 each for Uruguay, Paraguay and Argentina. Morocco plans mega stadium, following these centenary celebrations, in the comparative chill of the Southern Hemisphere winter. The 6 teams involved, along with their fans, will have to cross the Atlantic Ocean to play a part in the remaining 101 matches. This tentacular tournament will conclude with the final on July 21st. And it remains to be seen where that game will be staged. Spain, which hosted the 1982 World Cup, is set to be the centerpiece as it boasts 11 of the 20 proposed stadiums. Morocco, which has tried and failed on 5 previous occasions to be awarded the staging of the tournament, will become the second African nation to host the competition after South Africa in 2010. Potential venues for the final include the Santiago Bernabéu in Madrid and Barcelona's renovated Camp Nou, as well as the planned Hassan II Stadium between Casablanca and Rabat, which is set to become the biggest stadium in the world, with a capacity of 115,000. Portugal, which hosted Euro 2004, will offer 2 stadiums in Lisbon and 1 in Porto, and hopes to stage a semi-final. Human rights concerns. As for 2034, FIFA invoked its principle of continental rotation, therefore only welcoming bids from Asia or Oceania. The 2026 World Cup, the first involving 48 teams, will take place across North America. Controversially, the body gave potential bidders barely a month late last year to submit candidacies, and Australia and Indonesia quickly abandoned their interest. That left Saudi Arabia as the sole candidate, clearing the way for the World Cup to return to the Gulf region following Qatar's hosting in 2022. The kingdom's de facto ruler, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, has been using sport for some time now to amass influence and improve its global image. Being handed the 2034 World Cup will be a crowning moment, and Saudi will win despite currently only boasting 2 stadiums with a capacity of 40,000, when 14 are required. Beyond that logistical challenge, the baking temperatures in the Northern Hemisphere's summer could mean pushing the tournament back to later in the year, as happened in 2022. However, the fact that Ramadan will take place in December that year is an added complication. Moreover, the awarding of the World Cup to Saudi will make the issue of human rights a major talking point again. Just as in 2022, rights groups highlight mass executions in Saudi Arabia and allegations of torture, as well as restrictions on women under the conservative country's male guardianship system. Free expression is severely restricted too. Saudi Arabia, which is hosting several high-profile events including Formula One and the WTA Finals tennis, is often accused of sports washing, using sport to divert attention from its rights record.